Well, like I said, I'm gonna keep on throwing out little things that happen over the years. This last March '08, I had to go in for a stress test, non-invasive, you know, the walk on the treadmill deal. The University Hospital in Saskatoon, the Royal University Hospital. Well, after, I don't know, 5 or 10 minutes or something, they told me I had to stay in the hospital. Heart. They put intravenous in, I think, this hand or something, but they didn't hook it up to anything. Then they put me on this old bed. I'm not going to say the sheets were dirty, but they were all patched up, whatever. Wheeled me down this hallway in the basement of the University Hospital. It would bring back bad memories. I'd been there before, years ago. Doctors calling me liars, and I think it was the same room almost, but I just started feeling lousy in there. They wheeled me into this little room with boxes laying around and stuff, and put me in the corner, and then walked away. Geez, if it's my heart, and it's that serious that they're going to keep me, what's going on here? And there's workmen all over the place, nails being pounded, things like that, people in the hallways and gurneys and in wheelchairs, and noisy, and they come by about an hour later, and I'm just laying there, and apparently they're going to keep me for 14 days minimum without doing anything because it's so busy in there. Well, no, I got up and walked out. They got mad at me. I said, to hell with it. If it's that serious, what do you need to leave me in the corner for 14 days? Tax bill, the place is full of people like that. What are they trying to do, break the system? Every day you stay there, I thought about 5,000 or 6,000. I was told later, no, it's probably closer to 8,000 or 9,000. Well, then I was told, oh, it was for rest. Well, you don't get any rest in a goddamn atmosphere like that. And like I said, I remember years ago being down there, and I think it was pretty well the same room, and being called a liar. Anyways, I said, call me back in 14 days. If I'm still alive, I'll come back. You can do your angiogram. They never called back. My doctor, in fact, 3 doctors told me I did the right thing. This stupid system. It's Romano ran around for $15 million, and I come up with pretty well the same thing for nothing. The answers to a lot of this. It's stupid. The whole system's been shut down. We got a healthcare system designed for about 27, 28 million people, and we got over 30 million people. Where's the problem there? You can't figure that out? Do the math? But anyways, they never called back. Right now I'm on lisinopril and metoprolol and something or other, heart medication, aspirin they give me, and I got about 4 or 5 different things I'm taking for it. But I need an operation, they told me. Whatever. Death is preferable to this shit, because I just found out another thing they're screwing with me on this rental supplement deal. Rents go, well, some rents have tripled in Saskatoon in the last 3 years. Tripled. You know, I'm looking for a cardboard box right now. I'm sure some deadbeat immigrant is going to rent it out to me for $500 a month. That's another story, and I can back this up, what's going on here. A lot of people don't want to know about it. That's good. There's a lot of things going on here. You have no idea what's going on. But it isn't good for Canada. I'll tell you, it's not good for Canada. Why they're allowed to do it, I don't know, but I can prove it. You know. But anyways, they're causing me more grief. Something about I live at 2 different addresses. You ever try to explain something and nobody's listening? It's like you're talking to a friggin' wall. Well, wall is our new head of the new regime here. Yeah, well, that explains it. I don't live at 2 different addresses. I live at the same house now for a long time. I lived in McNabb Park in Saskatoon for like 11 years or something. It's insane. I don't even want to go there. Doctors told me this kind of stress is, they're doing it on purpose. You can almost hear the laughter in their voices when I talk to them. It's so bizarre that they just don't believe anybody can even explain it. Well, it's bizarre. I can't explain it. Anyways, they're just having more fun with me. Go ahead, fuck it, I'm used to it. But I got it. How many of you are familiar with Gold Hawk on C-SPAN or something? He does it. Well, he used to be Gold Hawk Fights Back. Remember that show maybe 10 years ago, 8 years ago or something? Well, years ago he was asked to go to the workers' comp on behalf of injured workers. And he left Saskatchewan and said he'd never come back. He said they scared the shit out of him. You know, threatened to sue him or something. Mr. Goldhawk, get out of our building and don't bother reporting on this, we'll sue you, type of thing. Who knows? But he refused to talk. But he has a talk show now. It's called Goldhawk Live or something. You can call in on CPAC or something. So I called in maybe a year ago. I got in. I forget what they were talking about, but I got on. And I'm sure he wished I hadn't. But they had the parliamentary press there. I think there was 3 or 4 of them there, sitting there. And this one blonde woman was sitting there, and she agreed with everything I said. In fact, they all agreed, but she was talking about the workers' comp situation in Canada. And she said, yeah, it is terrible. It's in very sad shape. And I said something about the suicide rate of injured workers. Well, the murder rate of injured workers in this country is epidemic now. In fact, the joke at workers' comp, the medical staff there is it's called death by natural causes now. But I said, well, how come nothing's done about this? Don't you guys speak up about it? And she says there's not enough of you. I thought one was too many, but apparently there's not enough of us. Yeah. It's insane. The whole thing's insane. The Saskatoon Star Phoenix says there's too many of us, if that makes any more sense. They refuse to do any stories from us. They know what's going on, but they refuse to do any stories. And again, I say the owner of the Aspers, bad call, I would think, for them. Bad call. But anyways, you see this stuff year after year, daily, and I've talked to some other workers who apparently were having some trouble with the government after I don't know what it is, major crime that we got injured or major crime that we're fighting back. But anyways, that's about all I have to say right now. I just have to get that gold brick, I call them gold brick fights from the back. Another waste of skin. You know, you want a job reporting the news, and by God you should report it instead of making it up. But yeah, more of the media in Canada, right wing. And actually, I don't even know if it's right wing or left wing anymore, because none of the parties help. So it's got nothing to do with that. I think it's just, again, I'll say, maybe a lot of these politicians and media types, maybe they just limp-wristed, weak-willed. I don't know. I just love watching some of the crap they do put on the news. Anyways, have a good one. Bullets are still flying.